day 4. So day 4, it's about tapping with our inner goddess. It's a fun day. The first 3 days were a little bit denser because we were going to really see and contact and be aware of our love blocks. And today it is a little bit stronger on the healing side, always aware that we have those love blocks and that we have to bring healing to them. So today is about tapping into our inner goddess, and we're going to be talking about something beautiful, which is archetypes of goddesses. And then we're going to really go in and understand what this means. So you're liking it. Are you ready? Are you ready to embody your goddess? Because this is going to be fun. Quite different from the last 3 days. So first of all, I want to know from you, please write yes, no, or what you know. Are you knowledgeable or experienced, or have you ever done anything in terms of working with the goddess archetype, in terms of embodying the goddesses, in terms of meditating with the goddesses? Are you aware of what the archetype work is? If you would kindly tell me your answer to these questions, or any of the 3 questions or all of the above, because that way I can tailor my message even better, more towards who I'm talking to, and I know how much I need to share or not about certain things. And while you're typing, I am going to show you my beautiful goddess crystal that I have here with me today, because it's accompanying my goddess. So I have no experience, clueless. Ooh, I like this. Okay, awesome. I'm going to start from scratch, and that's good. Okay, very briefly, I don't want to lose a lot of time on this because I think there's more juicy stuff for you, but basically, working with archetypes was something that Carl Jung started, the psychologist. And he was the first one to work with archetypes and to understand that as humans, wow, love that crystal. Yes, it's gorgeous. So Carl Jung was the first one to understand how to work with archetypes. But after him, many, many other people worked with archetypes and took his work and evolved it. And my favorite is Carolyn Myss. You probably have seen that in the emails I sent you prior to the challenge. I've done her course. It was amazing. And one of the most empowering things was understanding that on average as humans, we tend to play act with 12 archetypes in our lives. 12 archetypes, that's a lot. And that's 4 archetypes that we all use mainly. So that was very powerful to me. And the first time that I did that course, and I worked and I did all the inner work to understand what archetypes I was taking into, it was my surprise to discover that I was at times embodying the queen archetype. And this was a surprise because unworthiness was one of the biggest issues I healed in my whole path. I'm still healing it, really. I don't think that I'm totally there with it, but I've done humongous strides into feeling better and accepting and loving of myself and who I am just the way I am, and all those beautiful things that comes with the healing. But I discovered myself, for example, being the queen with the men in my house, my children, my sons, they're both males, and my partner. And then another surprise was something that was very hard for me to digest, and that was that one of those 4 main archetypes that we all carry and we all play with, get this, is the prostitute, the whore. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. And so I was, at first I couldn't understand this. I had to read and understand and ask. And it is not about the whore in terms of selling our body, but it is at an energetic level. Think inside, how many times in our lives, and we all do it across the board, it's about giving away our power. It's about what Larissa asked yesterday. It's about giving away our power, and how many times we give away our power so that we can get love back. And that's the whore, that's the prostitute. It's like we give so that we can get back. So this is just some examples. I mean, today is not a day about the archetypes of Carl Jung, but I just wanted to give you a flavor of what we're talking about. So why am I focusing on the goddesses on this fourth day, and why on the fourth day? There is a reason, and the reason is that the first 3 days we went and saw and we looked deep into limiting beliefs that have to do with collective unconscious and our lives from when we were children until now, and all the experiences in between. Clearly in a challenge, we can all only do this at a superficial level. You can imagine how working with me as a coach, we can really go deep and explore things much more, etc. But you know, you're getting a very good substance, and many of you are already contacting healing, so that's beautiful. So today, and that was about looking at the love blocks and the pains and the traumas. Today is about bringing some healing there. So we're all women in this group, and one of the archetypes is the archetype of the goddess. Now, the goddess is a beautiful archetype that if we haven't embraced it naturally, and there's many women that just have that type of energy within them, we can beautifully learn to work with the goddesses. And in any case, I have chosen 4 main goddess archetypes. And so the main thing is that we're going to work with 2 archetypes. And as I'm saying them, feel if any of these roles or all of them feel like familiar to you. So the first one is the warrior, woman, and mother. The second one is the lover, woman, and central. The third one is the wild woman. And the last one is the mystic woman. So the first question I am asking you, so number 1 is the warrior, woman, and the mother. The second one is the lover, woman, and it has to do also with abundance and sensuality. Number 3 is the wild woman, and number 4 is the creative and mystic. So I'd love to know, put 1, 2, 3, 4 in the chat. I want to know if you identify immediately with any of these. What I mean by identify is maybe you're already an artist, so clearly you're identifying with the fourth archetype. Maybe you already all your life have had abundance that hasn't been an issue for you. Maybe you've been sensual and sexual naturally, so that would be archetype number 3. Maybe your blocks come about motherhood or about standing for what you want and being more of a warrior woman. Or maybe it comes from the wild woman, and the wild woman is really the woman that sees beyond masks and sees beyond, I want to use the right word, illusion. Illusion being when we see life in a distorted way because of our life experiences. So number 1 would be warrior, woman, and mother. And I'm going to speak more about them. So as I speak about them, please put these numbers in the comments so that I know. So let me tell you a little bit more about each of them. So the warrior woman and the mother, in terms of who we invoke when we do this type of work, and I'm talking mostly about Hindu goddesses because they're amazing in terms of archetypes over there, is Durga. It's called D-U-R-G-A. And Durga, it's this goddess that is the mother of the whole creation, is the mother of mothers. Her name means fort, in fact. And you've probably seen her image. She's depicted with anywhere between 8 to 18 arms. So you probably have seen this goddess, and in each arm she has weapons, because basically it's all the tools that you have to address your life and deal with the issues that life throws at you. And it's really a powerful goddess that sits as an umbrella, sits behind the spiritual awakening. And by spiritual awakening, we mean spiritual awakening, and we also mean healing the sacred feminine. So the spiritual awakening of our sacred feminine. And if it's not clear yet what the sacred feminine is, what the sacred feminine is, our abilities to be fully the women that we are, with all our gifts, all of our gifts and all of our power, in complete harmony of both our masculine and our feminine sides. Standing in our inner sacred feminine and embodying means accepting all of the gifts of femininity in a world that's has pushed us to embrace mostly a masculine model and has denied many of the natural powers of femininity. Is this resonating? Is this reaching you in the right way? So that's the mother archetype, the goddess Durga. And she has, I love her symbolism when she's depicted and all of that. She has in her left eye the moon, and that's indicating the desire. In the right eye, the sun. Clearly see you, thank you. The sun, which means the action, so it's more of the female and the masculine. And the third eye, in the third eye, that means really the intuition and knowledge. So I'm going to move on to the goddess of, love her, the sensuality, sexual goddess of abundance. She's one of my favorites. She's called Lakshmi. And she's one of my favorites because I've worked with her for many years, actually. Lakshmi is very well known, actually. She has a beautiful mantra for opening ourselves in our wombs, which is our feminine house, home. And actually it's, hold on. Lakshmi. It's like this. I'm going to sing it for you. Om Shrim Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Lakshmi Namaha. And that mantra is beautiful. And actually, you can say it, they say 108 times. That's very Buddhist. But you can say it 3 times, 9 times, multiples of 3 if possible. And as you say it, you attract the vibration of sensuality, sexuality, and abundance of all material things in your life. That's what she stands for. She has 4 arms. Each arm stands for one part of our ego, actually. The one arm is the Dharma. And the Dharma, I love it because it's everything that's not karma. It's when you're living on your on purpose. One arm is the karma, really, and it's you know, the cycle of death and birth, and it's breaking that cycle, and it's called actually moksha, they call it. And then it's wealth and desires, the other 2. So it's beautiful, and that's Lakshmi, and I love Lakshmi. She really talks to me. Then we have the wild woman, and that's Kali or Kali, and you've probably heard this. I had a dog many years ago, it was called Kali, and Kali is very misinterpreted because she is oftentimes understood as the goddess of destruction. Kali really is the goddess that invite us to clean our senses, is what it's called. Clean our senses, because this is beautiful. When we live on earth, each of us sees the world through our own lenses, and our lenses are colored by the experiences that we've had, as we've discussed for the last 3 days. And our glasses give us parameters and preconceptions and preconceived ideas that makes us see life in a certain way. And that's what it's called, the illusion. because we're not seeing necessarily things as they are, but as we see them through our glasses. And Kali is called the destruction, the goddess of destruction, but also the wild woman, because she basically destroys the ego. And by destroying the ego is how we clean up our senses and go beyond the illusion to contact what's really the truth of what is. And that's why it's such an important goddess, and why it's so misconstrued. And then the fourth archetype is a beautiful mystic woman, or creation, the woman of the goddess of creation. And her name is Sarasvati. And Sarasvati is really the muse that inspires arts, music, words, mostly communication and the voice, but it's creativity in all its senses. And, you know, from a mystic standpoint, sexuality with a soulful partner is really mystic, and it's using all of our life force and our creative force. So each of these goddesses really has a piece of us. I'm curious that, you know, Dana said she identifies with goddess number 3, and nobody else, goddess number 1, Durga, nobody else wrote anything. And maybe that's because you really feel that you have a piece of each in there, because that's the thing, it's that as women, we have all of them in there. So far, questions? Because I want to go into something beautiful. I'm going to do a small guided visualization to contact the goddess. So before I go there, I want to talk more. Definitely mystic woman, but I'm number 2 and 3 too. See there, Kim, I love that you said that, because you are a little bit of everything. And the mother Durga, basically, and she's also the warrior, in the sense that she has the strength to confront everything that life throws at her. So you probably are also her. It's not just the mother. The mother is part of the archetype. The images are amazing if you Google them. Durga, Lakshmi, Kali, and Sarasvati. Great, I'm glad you did that. Good girl. Yes, they are, and their energies are amazing. So I'm going to take you to contact the energies in a bit. You know, can you imagine, after the work we've done, and you've identified your love blocks, or the things that you were not aware. Many of you said you were not aware that you had issues with your father. You thought the issues were with your mother. Or many of you said you thought that the issues were about your relationships. Instead, you realized that there were things you hadn't addressed from childhood. So, you know, a coaching session can really help you go deep there. So I wanted to, one, give you that. I use coaching as a very in-depth, empowering tool to coach and do probing questions. But beyond coaching, I also use other part of my gifts, which are the intuitive connection with the divine, the channeling, healing with colors, healing with energies. I can go beyond helping you release the issues at many levels. It's a very empowering journey, and I really hope you can gift it to yourself. Now, having said that, I want to take you into a true healing journey, and that is to contact your goddess within. So if you are up to it, I'm going to be guiding you right now. And all you have to do is sit comfortably, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Plant your feet soundly on the ground, wherever you are. Take some deep breaths, and as you inhale, bring peace and harmony and love into your field. And as you exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that is a distraction, and And as you stay in this beautiful space, keep breathing in and out, and envision as if you had some roots coming out from the soles of your feet, like vines that go deep into the earth, deeper and deeper and deeper, until they reach the core of the earth, which is a beautiful pink quartz. Today a portal has opened that lasts until August 14th. It's a portal that grounds the fifth dimensionality of the earth, and that's why the core of the earth is a pink quartz. So you wrap around your vines around this, giving you a sound grounding so that you're safe going into deeper realms of inner journeys. So take a deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine the energy going up your spine, up all your chakras, and out of your crown chakra as a fountain of energy, up, 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 as well as a laser beam of white light that connects to the infinite field of possibilities in the quantum field. And breathe in into the quantum field, and your silk vines of light connect with the quantum field, and you are now in complete alignment with the earth and with the cosmos. And from this beautiful space of alignment, we breathe into your heart. You open your heart as a lotus flower that opens as you breathe. It opens and opens. And I'm going to count till 5 to bring you into a beautiful sacred space. 5, and you fall on your chair deeper and sounder. 4, you sink into your chair. 3, your feet sink into the ground. 2, you come deeper and deeper. And 1. And you're in front of a beautiful ancient door, a wooden door. And on this door you see engraved crystals and stones, and the handle is of wrought iron. You put your right hand on the handle, you open the door, and you enter into this beautiful new landscape. You close the door behind you. And you're in a beautiful meadow. A meadow where the colors are brighter than you normally see them, where you can hear the sounds of the birds chirping, of the bees flying, the butterflies. You can see the butterflies. There's aliveness here at all levels. The ground is covered with moss, and it's soft under your feet, and it's beautifully green and thick. And there's ancient trees and beautiful flowers of all colors. And you start walking because you see that there's a big lake ahead of you. So you walk up to this lake, and you get to the side of the lake, and you sit there. And the lake has like a little wall almost. You sit on the wall, you can hang your feet towards the side of the water, and you sit there, and you can feel that there's 2 spirit guides by your sides, on both sides, left and right. They're there to hold you in the balancing of your masculine and your female energy. They're holding you in complete harmony so that you can be strong in your inner sacred feminine essence. And you look into the water, and as you look, you see that there's a gorgeous woman looking back at you. Look at her and identify all the details. Look at her hair, her eyes. She's looking right back at you, and you can feel a very strong connection with her. Look at her beauty. Look at her strength. Look at how her body shows to you the clothes she's wearing. And maybe if you are not a person that sees, that's not visual, then imagine her. It's the same. Or sense her, feel her, or listen to what she's telling you. Any sense that you use to access to your intuition is all right, as long as it's your main sense that helps you perceive beyond and into the realm of the divine. Now, watch her. Watch this amazing, beautiful goddess. And she can change her facial expression and change her shape as you watch her. She can be more than one and all at once. With the surface of the water that ripples, you can see all of her magnificence. You can see all of her shapes or just one shape. And now look at her in the eyes. Connect with her. She's connecting with you at the eye level. And as you connect with her, she comes to life, coming out of the water and suddenly entering inside of you, creating a matrix, a holographic figure. She's inside you now because you are her. She is you. Here and now, you're reminiscing that she is you and you have been her for many lifetimes. She is within you and you're within her. You and her are one. All of her magnificent qualities are part of who you are, and you can tap into these qualities at any time. At any time and all the time. And it'll become easier and easier to tap into her qualities to help you in your daily life, to help you contact your inner blocks, your inner traumas, because she will give you the courage to confront the issues you need to heal, and she will accompany you from now onwards forever, as she has always been with you forever, even though you didn't remember until today. So take a deep breath, soft deep breath, open your chest and feel her inside of you. Touch your hips, touch your waist, touch your tummy, touch your chest, touch your breasts and feel her. Touch your shoulders. She is with you. She is within you. You are her and she is you. Feel how empowering it feels, how gorgeous it feels to be connecting with this powerful feminine goddess, because you can tap into this energy at any time, all the time. This is your intention here and now today, that you say yes to her. Say it out loud wherever you are. I say yes to you. I say yes to me. I say yes to my inner goddess in all the shapes and forms that she takes for me. I trust you. I know that you want my best of better good. I trust you to be with me from now and always. Breathe in and breathe out, grounding this. Make her feel your body. Make her feel her new matrix within you. You and her are one. Now your guides hold you from each of your two arms and help you stand up and accompany you lovingly, holding you, because this energy is so powerful that they're holding you as you walk to the door. You can feel the moss under your feet. It's a beautiful sensation. You're alive, more alive than ever. You see the colors, more alive than ever. And you reach the door, and this time you place your left hand on the handle, and you see a Vesica Pisces that lights up as you touch the handle. Your whole arm lights up in golden light, activating what we just did forever within you. You open this door, you look back, you can come here anytime you want. You walk through the door, you close it behind you, you're back in the 3 dimension. I'm going to count from 5 to 1 to bring you completely back to the here and now. 5, 4. Start taking a deep breath and feeling your body. 3, move your toes, move your hands, move your shoulders. 2, take a deep breath intake. Exhale strongly 2 more times. 1. You're here now, fully alive and full of well-being and aliveness, and energized for the rest of your day. Namaste. So breathe a few times. Your head might be swirling a little bit, so take your time to come back to your body. Open your eyes at your own timing. Come back to the here and now. And when you're fully here back, please leave me a message about how was this experience for you? How did you feel it? Did you see it? Was it empowering? Were you able to follow through? Did you connect with your goddess? Leave me a message about how this was for you. And I'm going to close our 4th day today. And I invite you to come tomorrow for the last day. We're going to talk about soulful love and what that means in your life and how to attract it in your life. And I wish you a beautiful day, that you carry your goddess within. Namaste.